Hey guys, this is Kirop speaking, and in today's Little Dev Update we are going to talk about two things, and that is the upcoming patches, as well as the second thing, we are going to do a new Q&A, because the old one is from April 2014. That's a while ago, but I just read my write-up for it, and the questions asked, and those answers really held up nicely, apart from that we maybe switch over to Unity engine later on in development. That didn't quite pan out. We chose Unreal because source code access and stuff. But anyway, yes. So there are plenty of questions to ask, of course, and we are, let's say, we're not going to limit those questions in any way. You can ask the old ones again, because I just need to, or maybe I should just go through the old ones, the relevant old ones again, and have you updated on those. So how are we going to do that? Well, in this video, well, under this video, you leave your comments and questions for me to answer at the end of next week. That is how it's going to go, and the end of next week is also the date for the semi-public update, which many of you will be opted into already, where Sandbox is coming back, as well as the exporter. And that leads us nicely to talking about the coming updates. So we just had one, which is this fantastic build number, 1901091909, and that one did fix quite a few big bugs. Before the January 18th release of the Sandbox and the exporter, we are going to have another patch coming for you. That will be probably Tuesday or Wednesday, and then from there just a patch on the Friday. There are some bigger changes in there. We don't quite know what exactly makes it in, but, well, you have seen the designer changes in the Light campaign if you have played it already, and those will of course make it into the Sandbox. But also there will be a few exporter changes and a completely new launcher, because we are also adding access to the mod tools, the new mod tools, because this is all running on a completely different Unreal 4 build, Unreal 4 engine build. And that means that we need a bit better, more well-crafted mod support, and that will all be done via the launcher itself, where you have a list of mods you're subscribed to, you can manage your mods in there, and you can tick them on and off, and you see which version number they are for, so if they are compatible or not. So that will make life a little easier. We had to teach the game to not just load simply everything as is the default, but rather be a little selective about it, because old mods would definitely break the game, and we don't want that to happen. From that point onwards, with the new mod tools available, of course, the modders will be able to, in most cases, simply re-export their mods in the latest version, and it should more or less work. But I'm not quite informed on if the process is quite that easy. I certainly hope it is. Anyway, yeah, that should be good. So, that is all for now. Leave your questions, Q&A, everything is possible to ask. Just ask away. And yeah, that's good. Oh, I want to leave you with one last thing. So many have pointed out, falsely, by the way, that the old Q&A with the driving aspect hasn't aged well, and I was like, okay, let me check, and let me just get to you what I said back then, and that is pretty much spot on. So, where was it? Will we ever get the chance to drive our cars we design? Okay, so that is the question. In automation, no, never. Correct! Yes, and that will never happen, that's still the answer. But as a standalone product, maybe. And then I go on blah 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 and explain why that is, and then the last thing I'm saying there is, We're all for people modding the game such that cars can be exported with all their data to proper dedicated racing games like R-Factor 2 and Assetto Corsa. Maybe we'll even get around to helping in providing such tools after the game is done. Who knows? Well, after the game is done is, of course, didn't turn out to be true, but before the game is done, actually. So, yeah, stuff like that. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'm looking forward to all your questions. Well, not really, but I will handle all your questions. And then I'm going to be back with a full Q&A updated with all the modern stuff. And that will be a 2019 Q&A, almost 5 years after the last one. Anyway, leave your questions down below and see you then.